Welcome everybody to our Green Acres. My name is Teresa. Today's video I'm going to show y'all how we can make some beautiful, elegant Christmas decor, but we're going to do it on a budget. Online, I've been seeing a lot of beautiful Christmas wall art. A lot of it is budget friendly, but a lot of it sells out really quick and so you can't get your hands on it. But in today's video, I'm going to show you how we can make some pieces that are very similar. You can make them at home using probably some supplies, hopefully that you already have on hand. We're just going to make these for a few dollars, and I'm going to give you lots of ideas and inspiration also of how you can style these in your home. The first piece we're going to get started with is we're going to make something very similar to this framed tree. Kirkland sells a version of this, and I know Walmart and Amazon also do too, and I know it sells out really fast. I ordered these 3 download printables off of Etsy, and I actually bought them last year. These were, I think, $6 for a set of 3. You got 2 nutcrackers in the tree. But I'm taking a frame. I already had this frame on hand. I did purchase it at Walmart. It does have an easel back to it, and it's a very nice frame, and I love the gold tone to it. So I just printed out my download printable of the tree. First thing I'll do is I'm going to take the back off the frame, and I'm going to remove this fall graphic that I had in it. Once I get that removed, then I'm just going to use the back to use, as a pattern to get my tree sized up. The tree will fit perfect on this. I'm just going to put the frame over it just to make sure everything is going to fit, and I've got it centered really well. Once I do, I'm just going to use a good quality glue stick. I'm going to go around the cardboard with it, put a lot of glue on it, and then just adhere it down, roll over it with my brayer, and then I'm just going to cut off the excess paper, put it back in the frame, and now we've got a beautiful piece that we can set out for the Christmas or the winter season. While I was looking through my collection of frames, I found this beautiful gold oval frame. So I printed out the Nutcracker. I put him in this beautiful frame. So for $6, I went out, purchased some printables, had some frames on hand, and I created some beautiful shelf and wall decor for Christmas. The next piece I want to create is going to be a bell. Now these are my inspiration pictures, and these are just some that I found that were for sale online. You can find very similar downloads on Etsy. You can get just about any color ribbon you want on these bells, but they have a huge selection of bells to choose from. The one I selected is this one right here, and I'm also going to show you some more bell options that I purchased. This was only $2.96. A lot of these downloads, when you purchase them, they come in different sizes. You can get anywhere from a 2x3, 4x6, 5x7, 8x10, and a lot of times they'll go all the way up to a large poster size. So you get several sizes of these downloads for that price. So I absolutely love this bell. I love the color of the ribbon on it, and I love that it has just a rustic vintage style. And now I'm just going to use another frame that I have on hand, and I'm just going to apply a little bit of the glue stick to the glass. I'm going to roll over the graphic with my brayer just to make sure it's adhered really well in the corners, and I'll put a little bit on the side. Just using a few dabs of some hot glue in the corner of the frame, and I'm going to run a little bit along the sides and the top and the bottom. I'll put the glass in, and this will secure the graphic in the frame. These frames I've had for several years. I think I paid $5 each for them. I find sometimes some of these really pretty ornate type frames at yard sales. So just another option of when you're out yard selling, when the weather is nice, always be on the lookout for some timeless frames, because these right here you can just leave out all throughout the year and just change out the graphics. Here's an inspiration picture of the next project that I'm going to show you how you can make for just a few dollars. These right here are very popular right now, and a lot of these are sold out online. You can get this download on Etsy for $1.99, and I actually got mine for $1.20 because she was running even more of a sale. So a lot of times these shops on Etsy will run some really good sales. Again, I'm going to take another frame that I have on hand. I had it decorated with a graphic for fall. All you got to do is just, remove your graphic and then place this in your frame. I'm not going to go through all the details of how I do this one because the process is all pretty much the same on all of these. I'm just trying to show you the downloads that I purchased, how much I paid for them, just giving you ideas of how much money you can save by making your own shelf and wall decor for the Christmas season. I saw this beautiful white Christmas tree canvas on Temu. This is a large canvas, but I went out to Etsy and I searched and I found this one. It's very similar. So I purchased it for $2.80. And again, I think I got a little bit more off of that price. So I took this frame. I have this frame that I purchased at Hobby Lobby last year, and there are so many things you can do with it. Of course, you can put it out just like it is, but if you want to change it up, it's very easy to put a graphic on top of the writing and just give it a different look. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it down to size, and then I'm just going to use some two-sided tape. I don't want to damage my wall decor piece. I just kind of want to lay it on top of the writing. And to cover up that writing, I just put just a plain sheet of white paper behind my tree to give it a little bit more thickness so the writing doesn't bleed through. These vintage framed sleighs are very popular this year. You can find these a lot of places. But I found an Etsy shop that had a really beautiful print that I loved, and it was $6. This, I think, is the most expensive download that I purchased, and it wasn't on sale. But for $6, I purchased it, and you can also print it out in different sizes. I have this old vintage frame. I think I purchased this at a thrift store, and I've had it a long time. I've never done anything to it. I've just always just saved it. I've never even hung it up in my home. But I love it. I love the character of it. I love the patina of the frame, and I just love how old it is. But so I don't damage my piece of framed artwork that is so old, I'm just going to take the little sleigh. I'm going to go around with my fingernail, and I'm just going to trace around that mat that is, existing in the frame. On the picture that is in the frame, there is just a little plastic mat. I know you can't see it on camera, but there is just a little rim of some plastic around the whole graphic that's existing in the frame, and that's what I'm just going around. And once I got it scored down with my fingers and I could see the marks really well, now I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut off that excess paper. Now I'm just going to go in and I'm going to work it very carefully up under that little plastic mat. And once I get it worked in under that plastic mat, it holds it in. So this way I didn't damage my, my really old piece of artwork. And it just, can change out an old frame Now we can set it out, enjoy it for Christmas, and once Christmas is over, we can always take the little sleigh out, enjoy it, and enjoy the frame another way. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when 'tis cold and drear. Oh Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh Christmas tree, much pleasure. I love old barns, and me and Ben, we live out, in the country, so we have a lot of old barns that we pass by, and I always want to stop sometimes and take pictures of them. Well, I found that beautiful winter scene with the barn, and I knew I had to have it. It was on sale. It was less than $2. This one right here, I did send to CVS. They were running a special on enlarging to poster size. So I sent this graphic right here to CVS, and I actually got this printed out in a large poster size, and it was only $6. So I did not get it made for this video because I didn't get my poster picked up in time, but I will make sure to put it in next week's video. So stay tuned to see this piece of artwork in a larger frame and how it turns out. But I think this is going to be so pretty in an 8x10 frame too. So I'm trying to show you lots of ideas and inspiration for different kinds of frames, different colors, different sizes. Because like I told y'all, you can print these downloads out for just about any size you desire. Give me, oh Christmas tree, much pleasure thou canst give me. How often has the Christmas tree afforded me the greatest glee? Oh Christmas tree, much pleasure thou canst give me. Here's another graphic that I got that has a really pretty bell on it. This one was only $2.45. This one is also a good one that you can print out, just about any size. I'm going to give you some ideas of how I framed this one in a couple of sizes that I printed it out and put, and I went through my frames that I already had. I didn't buy any new frames to do any of these. I had all of these on hand, and that's what I encourage you to do. Instead of going out and buying all new things, just go through some of the things you already have, and you'll be surprised just changing out the graphic of how drastically you can transform, a piece of framed artwork. A lot of times I don't like the glare of glass on my framed artwork, so a lot of times I will not put the glass on the front. And if I'm not, I will use the glass for the backdrop. And that's what I'm going to do in this. I just traced around, because I'm going to have to cut this one down. I'm going to cut some of the greenery off, but I'm just giving you ideas of, if you've got a smaller frame and your graphic may be a little bit too large, you can always cut these down and they're still going to look good. So I'm just cutting away some of the excess paper. I will just use a good quality glue stick. I'm going to adhere it to the glass, and then I'll put it back in this really rustic black frame that I had on hand. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, thy candles shine so brightly. Oh Christmas tree, thy candles shine so brightly. From base to summit, gay and bright, there's only splendor for the sight. Oh Christmas tree, thy candles shine so brightly. Now I'm going to give you another idea of some things that you can do with some of the graphics that we printed. I was lucky enough to get this little owl ornament from Walmart for $2.14. I got a couple of these. I knew when I purchased it, it would be real easy to remove the owl if you wanted to. And I just went around and scraped off the excess glue. Now, if I ever want to put the owl back on the frame, it's going to be very easy to do so. So I just removed all that glue residue, and then I cleaned the glass on the front and the back really well. Now I printed out some of my printables that I purchased. and I sized them down to fit on these frames. Just using my good quality glue stick, I'll put a little bit of glue on the paper and a little bit on the glass. I'm going to adhere these on the center of each of these ornaments, and these made some beautiful, unique ornaments that'll be beautiful to style on your Christmas tree.
Oh, Christmas tree, how richly God has decked thee. Oh, Christmas tree, how richly God has decked thee. Thou bidst us true and faithful be, and trust in God unchangingly. Oh, Christmas tree, how richly God has decked thee.
I thrifted this beautiful oval ornate gold frame at Goodwill. I only paid, I think, $1.99 for it, and I think this is a home interior piece. It is old and vintage. It does have a back on it, and it has 3 screws. So every time you want to change the graphic out, you have to get your screwdriver out, but that's okay. I love this little frame, and I have put different graphics in it and used it several times. I printed out this Santa, again, giving you another idea. And I'm just going to put him in this oval frame. And again, he's just a little bit too big for the frame, but I'm going to cut him down to where he'll fit in the frame, and he looks really good in this gold frame. So just another idea, if you purchase this download, just, more sizes and different types of frames that he will look really good in. Here's another pretty frame that I had. This had a floral design on it. I bought this, I think, at Hobby Lobby. Again, I just used my 2-sided tape, and I taped the Santa on top of the graphic. So if you've got some frames and maybe you've got, a graphic in it that you don't want, to mess up, use your 2-sided tape, put your print on top of it, and it's very easy to remove it, and you can go back and use your graphic design that was originally in their frame when Christmas is over. I hope y'all enjoyed the video today, because I know I enjoyed making all these beautiful pieces to set in my home around the Christmas season. I hope all of y'all have a great week, and I will plan to see all of y'all back next Wednesday. I always post a video every week at noon Central Standard Time. So I hope to see all of y'all back then with some more Christmas inspiration. As always, I love y'all, appreciate y'all, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye-bye.
Down through the chimney with lots of toys.